everyone. So let's get this 8RT finished up. You've seen stripping it down, you've seen prepping it, you've seen painting it. Time for final assembly. Well guys, got a little bit of a problem here. I want to start editing this video this afternoon, and I'm missing a few video clips. I don't know if I didn't hit record or what happened. So the only thing that's missing was very early on. So I had to put on the decals. If you want to know a little bit more about water slides, go back and watch my video on the 8R. Or, yeah, the 8R. Be close to a month ago, I think. The assembly on it. And then the other thing I did was paint the rear axles black. And then I shot the whole thing with clear coat. And from there, we'll jump back into my clips from yesterday when I put this thing together. Okay guys, clear coat is done. So next thing I'm going to do is come in here, do a little bit of black accents on the fan outlets. And then the body will be ready. Then I'll go ahead and throw the mirror, one beacon, and flashers on the cab. I need to do trimming, so I got to do the same thing to this as I did to the 8R. See how here on the steering column that nub, that plastic nub sticking out? Well, with the new casting already stuck together, you got to trim that off because you'll never get everything to snap together right. So I got to trim that back. I got to take the angle off of this one. I don't know if I can get enough light on that to really show. I got to take the angle off of that one on the back. I got to do the same thing. I got to take the angle off, and I have to narrow it up because the opening is quite a bit smaller. So I'll get started on all that. Okay guys, got the black detail added, got the cab detail added. Oh, I still got to trim that back notch. I got the front trimmed and the base trimmed. I still need to trim that back one. Then I would recommend doing some test fitting now while it's easier to check. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to start putting the tracks together. So this is where it gets a little tricky. You got your smaller rubbers go around these small wheels, obviously. Now I've already taken the step and went and used my Dremel to file off a lot of paint around the outside of that to narrow that back down, so hopefully they will fit. Those are a very, very tight fit, so you got to do a little bit of work to get them to fit right. Rear wheels, same thing. Take note of your tread pattern. Make sure you get the two together so that way it actually looks right. It's one of those really small details, but if you're looking for it, you'll notice. So I'll get the treads on. Then the steps are to put the front ones on. Put your gauge wheels on the bottom. I think you can go ahead and put the adjusters on. I don't know. I'll let you know for sure on whether to put these guys on now. But once all that part's together, you'll slip this inside of the track. And then you put your rear wheels on because that locks everything into place then. Let me think. Oh, on the rear wheels, you know, obviously same thing. You got to trim the edges. You also have to do a lot of trimming where these two go together to get them to go together. So I'm going to get all that done, and then I'll check back in with you. Okay, so there you have fully assembled track assembly. The one thing you really got to watch, right here, this little guy, it pivots to line up with the studs for the row spacing when you're picking them. That little guy will fall out. So you got to be real careful with him. As you can see, I put just a drop of yellow paint there to hide my pin that I used to hold that. So now I'm going to drill out the back axle just a touch so it'll fit over that a little easier. Had to put a little hole in the, what was it, glazing putty that I used for body filler. But the cab fits now. It's all wobbly. So I'll put on the grill, the front weight bracket, and this tractor is getting a rock box because it's on a manure crew. I'll put on the exhaust. Then, oh, and I can go ahead and throw on the weights. And then the real fun part of the step assembly. I'm going to do something a little different this time. The step, so you have your step, and then this hand, or this mount, you got to shave it to go through that opening there. I think what I'm going to do, though, is once I get that to where it'll fit nice, I'm going to go ahead and put my first railing on that side, so that way I can get everything attached up. Then all I have to do is add this railing, where it's right there. No, right there. Yeah, way up there. And then add that railing. Then I'm ready to put the platform on around the cab. Yeah. So I'm actually almost there. So I'll get a little bit of things done. Check in with you guys. Okay, guys. So as you can see, we got a model at least sitting on the tracks now. And it's sitting okay. I'd like it to be back a touch. But adding the glazing putty definitely helped. But a friend of mine the other day, a couple friends of mine, when I was talking about this problem, just started laughing. Well, why wouldn't you just put like a little fishing weight in there? Or, you know, some little piece of lead. I was like, well, because you weren't here when I started this project. So, got the tracks put on, got the rack. Putting the exhaust in before you put on the cab would be much easier, because then you don't have to worry about the mirror. Like I was saying, rock box. Then I got on the first step. The way I did that, I put just a little bit of glue on it, held it in place with pliers, because I was able to kind of hold just enough pressure and then hit it with the Instaset. That guy's a little hard to place. And then, as I said, I got this trim like I was telling you about. Just took my Dremel to it to basically take the paint off and just a touch of plastic. Be super careful because it's super thin. Then this guy will go grab some pliers. I don't know how to hold this with pliers. This guy will go about right there. Railing back here, and then I need to go look at one of my other models to make sure I put the other stair bracket in the right place. I believe it's right underneath the edge of that one. So yeah, I'm going to put these last couple pieces on and we'll look over a finished model. And there you have it, guys. 8335 RT finished. Pretty proud of this one too, because I built that in about a 3-hour time. This whole video I just shot. Oh no, because I had the paint deal at the beginning. So from when I started assembling parts with the cab, I believe was where I started tonight. From that clip till now, 3 hours. Pretty proud of it. Got that tire tread just a touch wide maybe. But other than that, I mean, I think she looks good. Ready to go pull a manure tanker and then a dry box. Alright guys, with that wraps up the video series on the 8RT. We'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to give this one a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Talk to you guys later.